A lot going on this weekend with football and fairs and all kinds of events, including a new art exhibit that opened last week in the Ann and Ellis Johnson Gallery, which is part of the Jesse Norman School of the Arts. It's the inaugural exhibition of local artist Dr. Tina Whitehouse. And as you'll see, the paintings are part of a funding effort for a good cause.
Oil on canvas, 90% of the time. I do oil on board. Sometimes I've done some acrylics, but my passion is oil on canvas.
Dr. Tina Whitehouse was a pharmacist at the VA Medical Center for 25 years, but that was just her day job. Ever since she was a child growing up in Jordan, she was passionate about art.
Analyzing art in museums and but I never took any instructions in art as a student.
She's self-taught, except for a few workshops over the years. 20 years ago, her husband bought her a palette and an easel.
And he said, paint.
When COVID happened, she learned about virtual art classes.
I used those 2-3 years for intensive class training in classical art, because that's been my passion.
But how did her passion for painting lead to this stunning portrait of world-renowned opera diva Jesse Norman?
If I'm more passionate about anything else, it's opera. I loved opera all my life, and I was on the opera board here, so I've met her in person and saw her in a couple of concerts, and she stole my heart. She's has the most beautiful, commanding presence and voice, and she is well known all around the world. In Paris, people know her more than they know her in Augusta. So I saw this photo of her, and I remember her as a person, so I wanted to paint her, and I did render that painting just because I love her.
Enter Tina's good friend, Clyde Farr, who told the director of Jesse Norman School of the Arts that a local artist had painted an extraordinary picture of the opera star.
And I said, well, that's great, let me see it. And he showed me, and it was breathtaking.
It is.
And then they revealed it during concerts with the cause at St. John United Methodist Church. And then afterwards we said, let's do a gallery reception.
And that's exactly what happened on Friday, October 6th. Farr staged an elegant event complete with a red carpet entrance. It was both a celebration and a fundraiser.
And they were kind enough to do it in support of our 20th anniversary and the fact that we really need a new roof. It's been 20 years since the old roof was put in place, and we're starting to get some leaks on the front of the building, and it's time for it to be repaired.
The idea that her paintings could help fund a new roof for an art school was both mind-blowing and intimidating.
You know, my work is more emotional. I never intended it to be a commercial work or, to sell it, but each painting has a special emotion, a special significance for me. So I just kind of go all over the place. I have multiple subjects that I'm interested in, mostly figures and emotional spaces. So I keep on improving. Every painting is another journey.
Perhaps a journey without an end. How does the artist know when the painting is finished?
Never. It's never through. So I have to be peeled away from my paintings. As you see, I brought my palette now, and I'm working on something. I'm not going to say which one it was. There's always more things to explore in a painting, and every painting, like I said, is a journey of exploration. And you learn. It's a whole world of color that reveals itself. It's amazing. I think anybody should try it.
The folks who run the art school feel the same way, that art should be accessible to everyone.
We believe that the curriculum, the academic support, the nurturing time in a safe environment with professionals, with professional artists, gives kids an edge in the world that they wouldn't have otherwise, and it's all free.
And we have this lady to thank. Jesse Norman made the initial donation to get the ball rolling. The first class was in 2003. And 20 years later, the school, which is located at the corner of 8th and Green Streets in downtown Augusta, is a space that other arts groups use as well.
Thank you for mentioning that. I'm particularly proud of the fact that we really believe that the Jesse Norman School of the Arts is a community asset and that it can be used by the rest of the community. And if you come to our building anytime between 9 a.m. and 10 p.m. almost any day, you'll see the building in use.
You can see Tina Whitehouse's inaugural exhibit for yourself at the Jesse Norman School of the Arts. It's in the Ann and Ellis Johnson Gallery, which is open Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays from noon until 3 p.m. The exhibit will be up through the end of October.